Hi there everyone, welcome to the Raven Oracle with Monique. As always, it's lovely to have you back here. We are going to get stuck right into your weekly reading for May the 5th, so for that week. And let's just see what Spirit has for us. We have been dealing a lot with focusing on the individual, paying attention to your dreams, paying attention to your goals and your ambitions, and not allowing the outside world to dictate to you what decisions to make, where to go, what to do with your life. It's very important that you guys take control of your lives, that you live your life to your best ability, the way you want to live it, and if necessary, fight for it. Okay, so let's have a look and see what Spirit has for you for this week. I'm going to draw a 3-card spread again. The first card is just going to have a look at your general energy at the moment, what you are possibly facing, what you may be thinking about, or just get that general stuff, whether it's good or bad, there isn't such a thing as bad, but unpleasant. Let's have a look and see. Okay, right, 4 of Swords. Okay, guys, the 4 of Swords, it's always Spirit just whispering to you to take time out, to reassess, to rethink. We got a lot of this last week as well, and I've been getting it in my readings as well as in my shorts. If I do quick shorts, there's a lot of focus on finding time for quiet contemplation, finding time to be by yourself, finding time to rejuvenate, to reassess, to pause and take a look at the way things are going, and to so that you can get clarity. Because we are dealing with swords here, it has got to do with your thinking. So it's time to kind of hang these swords up. You can see them hanging on the wall. Suspend them. Find time out from the busyness of life, the things, the chaotic energy, the stuff that keeps your mind off the important things. When you remove those out of your environment, out of your thinking, clarity usually comes. The answers to things come. Seeing things with clearer vision comes. Seeing the big picture comes. But it requires you to find time for solitude and meditation, whatever that represents for you. But it is usually alone time. Some people say they can't be alone for long. 5 minutes, 10 minutes of your day even. Okay, take time out, go have a cup of coffee, grab a cup of coffee, go and walk in the garden. If you don't have a garden, go to the park, sit on a bench by yourself, read a book, have lunch by yourself. Because in those moments of tranquility, when you remove yourself from the craziness, you find your peace again, you find your steadiness, you find your footing again. Okay, and you can't do that in the chaos. So I'm definitely saying this because those of you who don't know me, I speak very intuitively. So whatever comes up, I just speak. Okay, so we're looking at the 4 of Swords, all right, which I think is just a definite call for you to take time out. So now the next card I'm going to draw is, I'm going to put it at the top of the pyramid. I'll put all 3 cards up here after I've done my reading. It's the thing that is dominating, the thing that needs your focus more than anything else at the moment. So I've drawn the 5 of Wands. 5s are usually you finding yourself in a position where you're at a crossroads. It's decision-making time. It's deciding, what am I going to do with all these gifts and talents that I have? Maybe some of you even have a lot of opportunities that are coming in for you right now, and you're finding yourself a little overwhelmed, because you can see by the direction of the swords that the energy again is frenetic. So this is why I mentioned that frenetic energy, the chaos that's going on around at the moment. And there's a lot of global energy. There's a lot of in a hectic energy in the in the earth, in your community right now. So it is important that you separate yourself from it as often as possible, because that is when you are going to get messages coming in from the divine. All right, so this energy, this is currently what is dominating. This is what you need to focus on, not necessarily rectifying or fixing. It's just saying that, okay, sorry, I'm just hearing from Spirit. Spirit is saying you need, I kind of see, can you see these guys? They're like all over the place, and their wands are pointing in different directions. I kind of get that vision of I watched a clip from Lord of the Rings yesterday, and they were talking about having to train the extras who played the elves. You know, they had to look for tall, very young looking boys that had to dress in these gorgeous elfish costumes and then carry their swords and their pikes. Yeah, I think it was pikes in that scene. But they had to learn how to march in line, stay in line, stay together, work together. But the order and the unity is very satisfying. You know, when you see an army with those perfect lines, it brings to my mind, the Chinese, like, geez, those lines. Have you seen their army? I mean, there's not a hair out of place. I was also a professional ballet dancer, and I was in the corps de ballet, and the corps de ballet had to be like the military. You know, everyone had to be in line or behind the front girl, and I was usually the front girl. I had to stand in line, and then everyone had to fall in line behind me. But oh my goodness, the beautiful effect of 16 girls dancing as one without any special effects, no CGI, okay, on the stage, and doing all the movements in exactly the same way is beautiful. And there's no chaos, there's no discord, there's no disharmony. Everything falls into line. So what I'm seeing with these guys, Spirit wants to tell you it's time to get the things that you are looking at, the many things that you are focusing on at the moment, to get them in a lovely, straight, unified line, so that together they can work in synergy, they can work in cooperation, they can be beautifully aligned. That is order, that is flow, because it restores flow. You know, with this chaos energy, okay, there can't be flow. You know, it's like a fly buzzing all over the place, okay? So this is your main focus. This is Spirit is saying, get everything in a row, get everything neatly aligned. These boys have to get into a straight line with their wands absolutely perfectly aligned, so that it looks like, so you can only see the front person. I mean, that's how perfect it has to be. So Spirit is encouraging you, what I'm getting, Spirit is encouraging you just to find order and structure again in your life. Things have gone a little haywire, things have gone a little off track, things are a little wild. And it can even be your attention. Your attention is drawn to too many things, and it's causing stress inside you. Inside you are feeling what's that word? Discombobulated. I love that word. I think it's the right word. All right. But you're feeling very out of sorts. You can't see the wood for the trees. You know, it's branches crack, like it's just chaos. Okay. And can you see how beautifully aligned the swords are here on the wall as well? Like everything is, in its place. Yeah, that's the kind of energy. That's what I'm feeling for you. Time to get the chaos into order. So let's have a look at the third card, because the third card is like an outcome or something that gives you encouragement to focus on. So we have the perfect card for that, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful card for that. So guys, things are working in your favor is what I'm hearing from Spirit. So when you take action to bring order to the chaos, things are going to work in your order, and the wheel is going to turn faster. You're going to get through. Perhaps some of you are in a bit of a chaotic cycle at the moment. Life is crazy at the moment. But this card is saying that, remember, the wheel turns. It'll bring you out of the cycle and bring order back, restore order, bring rejuvenation, rebirth, starting over. But it is also definitely a favor card. Okay, you are favored. Things are going to turn out in your favor. It's a beautiful way to end a reading. Okay, so guys, I'm putting the 3 cards up here. Summarizing, the way to organize, the way to bring chaos under control is to get into a quiet, still, tranquil place where you separate yourself from it completely, okay? Then you can find the way to bring everything in order again. Bring the chaos back. Look at life circumstances and say, I can let that go. I promise you, you're going to feel such relief. When you let things go that you've been holding on to that you don't need to hold on to, you will most probably realize, oh, that is the thing that is actually causing the trouble. That is the thing that is stressing me out the most. Why haven't I let go of it? It could even be a person. It could be a relationship that you need to let go of. It could be a job that you need to just let go of, because that job is bringing you so much stress and worry and pain, okay, and emotional upset, and your life feels like it's not going the way you wanted. Why hasn't life gone the way you wanted? And with the Five of Wands, remember, wands are talking about your life purpose. So you have got too many things scattered all over the place at the moment, and you've forgotten the main focus. Okay, so you need to bring all these things that are going to aid you on your singular focus. And I'm not necessarily saying that you only have to have one purpose and one goal in life. You can have many little things that branch off, as long as they don't bring you stress and put you under pressure and make you feel like you're imprisoned by your own life. You know, when you take on too much, okay, some of us can take on more than others. Others can't take on many things. Some people can only take one thing on at a time. Other people can multitask. I'm a Gemini. I can multitask, but I feel my breaking point approaching very, very quickly. I feel the stress building, and then I know I'm doing too much, or I need to simplify. And maybe that's the word that you need to actually hear: simplify. Okay, simplify. Remove things that you don't need. Remove people. Remove any kind of relationship, any kind of circumstance. Okay, take what you know you want to take with you, bring it into harmony. 4 is the number of harmony. Bring it into harmony, bring it into balance. Love yourself enough, respect yourself enough to give yourself what you need to have peace and tranquility again, and have clarity of thought, seeing the future with clarity, and not having all these distractions trying to pull you off your path. All right, because the promise of the universe is that you are on your way to greater things, things that are going to bring you fortune and abundance and growth. This is coming for you. The cycle is lifting you out of this chaos, and it is bringing you to the place that you want, the place that's going to bring you all these wonderful things for yourself. Okay. All right, guys. So let's draw from the Mystical Wisdom deck and just see if there's an added message from Spirit for you. Money. Oh, I always want to hear that, don't we? Find a way to abundance. So, guys, it could be that the path that you need to be on is the path. Remember, we are talking about the fortune card here, okay? Fortune. Literally, fortune means fortune. All right, but in every area of your life. So not necessarily only abundance, but with this card, I would say that you're heading towards something that is going to bring you a lot of wealth, a lot of opportunities to create wealth and to create abundance for yourself. Okay, so yes, move towards money. Find a way to abundance. Absolutely, go for it with every fiber of your being. But make sure first that you get your ducks in a row. And what you need to do that is to get away from life's busyness and find the answers within. I'm sorry, I've got a little hair here. It's driving me crazy. All right. Final word from the mystical, mysterious, psychic reading deck. Okay, guys, let's have a look and see. Final word, Spirit, for my lovely viewers for this week. Oh, butterflies, transformation. Okay, guys, transformation. I'm looking at this money card again, and I see an owl. Oh, I see butterflies in there as well. I see butterflies and moths, birds. Okay, so we're talking about transformation, and this is definitely a transformative move. So if you are going to be strict with yourself and get rid of the chaotic stuff, the things that are making you feel distressed, okay, and you get your ducks in a row and you get into alignment, you find harmony again, you find balance. Remember, 4, the number 4, okay, balance, harmony. I'm looking at the number 5. You got another 5. Okay, so there are a lot of 5s. The fortune card is also a 10. Okay, so we've got 4, 4, 5s. So go and check your numerology, the meaning of 5555. Okay. Go and check that out for me. Some of you might need to do that to get more clarity. But this is all about transformation, guys. Okay, transforming your life to make life feel happy and free and light. That is what you're after. You don't want the chaos of the Five of Wands with the craziness. Okay, life can be busy. Okay, I'm saying this for someone. Your life can be busy doing the things you love without the chaos. Because if you're busy doing what you love, you're not going to feel stressed. You're not going to feel like a weight on you. Okay. So maybe it is a case of fine-tuning maybe your business. So you might be in a business where you can branch off to different things and different businesses, like supplying something to different businesses, but you're finding with your finger in so many pies, okay, it's causing you too much stress. There's too much to deal with. There's too much sorting out and admin and that kind of thing to do, and it is bringing chaos. It is bringing that horrible abrasive energy into your life. You need to start cutting away, and you need to start reordering. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Okay, because transformation and fortune is headed for your way. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. It's always such a pleasure having you with me, guys. If this resonated for you and you like my energy and you resonate with me, only if you resonate with me, okay, please subscribe. Click your notification bell to catch my weekly readings every time I post them. It's always just before the start of every week. I also do timeless readings. I'll put the playlist up here for you, and I also do shorts. So whenever I post something, click your notification bell so that you can catch them. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I would be so grateful, guys. Please smash that like button for me before you go. I would so appreciate it. And I will see you next week. Okay? Bye.